Hey everyone, so this video is about the book, The Innovator's Dilemma, When New Technologies Cause Great Firms to Fail, written by Clayton Christensen, who is a Harvard MBA professor. So this book talks all about why certain firms fail, or big firms, and why they get taken out by small fishes or small companies. And so he looks at why it's the case, or how certain companies were able to withstand these new disruptive technologies. So nowadays, as technology is growing, there's new companies who come up with greater ideas or these interesting ideas, and that just take out these existing companies that are big. An example is Kodak, right? So Kodak had this long history of being in the film industry, and they got taken out, right? So that's just an example. Now, this book looks at the reasons, and the reasons for that is, number one, it's cheaper, the new technologies, that is. It's cheaper, it's simpler, it's smaller, or it is more convenient. So those are really the four things as to why a technology gets disrupted by something else. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you the six stages or steps that a company goes through. So in the book, he uses the hard drive industry to illustrate this six-step process. Now, I'm not entirely sure if it applies to all industries, but he was commenting specifically about the hard drive industry and how certain companies got taken out and how certain companies were able to thrive. So let's take a look at the six steps that these companies went through. So the first one is disruptive technologies were first developed within established firms. So basically what that means is these big companies that already existed, they were the ones who created these disruptive technologies. They came up with the idea, they had the resources, so they said, okay, let's make this new technology. All right, so that's step one. Step two is after they create this technology, what happens is marketing personnel then sought reactions from their lead customers. So basically what that means is, so they create the technology. Then number two is they tell their marketing personnel or salespeople to talk to their existing customers who may be interested in doing or in adopting this technology, or someone who may be interested in using it. So these marketing people talk to their existing customers about that. And then from that, these existing customers say, no, we don't really need that because we already have something from you that already works for us. So we don't really need this new technology. So what happens is then step three comes in. So established firms step up the pace of sustaining technological development. Yes, I made a mistake, but that's I'm not perfect. So yeah, established firms step up the pace of sustaining technological development. And what that basically means is that, okay, they listen to their customers. They say, okay, so you don't need this new technology that we have. Okay, we're just going to double down or focus on whatever it is that you need already. Because to them, it makes no sense for them to make something if their customers don't need it. So they double down on what they need, or what their existing customers need. And that starts kind of the problem. And then stage four comes in, or step four. And what happens is new companies were formed and markets for the disruptive technologies were found by trial and error. So what that means is there's people inside the company who say, you know what, this is BS. We should be focusing on the new technology. So it's kind of like I guess a conflict. Some people say, no, this is not what we should be working on. We should be developing this or the latest technology. And so there's a disagreement, and then people decide to leave and form their own company. They decide to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to make my own thing in what I believe in. Using what they already know, they go and make whatever it is that they think that the new customers or these customers need. And so what they do is they go out and look for new customers. They don't go to the existing customers, they go out to look for new customers who need that product. Because what happens is maybe there are small businesses who go to these big companies and say, hey, we want this, but the big companies aren't going to focus on that because it's not profitable. So they form these smaller companies and focus on them. And so what happens is, again, and this is kind of stage or step 5, the new entrants move up market. So that's, again, when they find new customers and they're starting to make a name for themselves or build momentum, and they're able to create something that is starting to be in demand. And then this is the last step or last stage. So stage 6. Now established firms belatedly jump on the bandwagon to defend their customer base. And so what happens is these existing big companies are a little bit late to the game because the new entrants have already kind of jumped on or they already had the first move advantage. And so the bigger companies are a little bit behind in terms of catching up to them. And so that's exactly how the smaller companies are able to take out the bigger companies. So it all starts from the big company, but then someone from there takes that idea and then starts their own thing and sells it, and they take them out. So that is the 6-step process according to Clayton Christensen. And he basically gathered all of this data through interviews, through research. And this 6-step or 6-stage process is only for the hard drive industry. Now, I'm not saying it's applicable to all, but if you think about it, it could be applicable to all companies or all companies that have been taken out because of some disruptive technology. All right, well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button if you are interested in getting future notifications of my future videos. And if you're interested in the book, there's a link down below. And yeah, check out my website at www.bookstakeaway.com for other videos or books that I've reviewed. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.